Have you ever stood in the kitchen in the morning, staring at the coffee pot and thought, why does everything feel heavier than it used to? Not just a coffee mug, but the day, the to-do list, even your eyelids. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After 60, energy can feel like a slippery thing. 1 minute it's there, and by mid-morning it's vanished. But here's the secret most people don't realize. It's not your age that's stealing your energy as much as a few tiny habits that quietly wear you down. The good news? You can replace them starting today, and the difference can be surprisingly quick. We're going to talk about 7 common aging habits that drain your energy and what to do instead. Think of it like a gentle tune-up for your daily routine. No extreme workouts, no complicated diets. Just small changes that protect your energy, your confidence, and the way you feel in your body. And since this is a conversation, not a lecture, imagine we're sitting at the table together, sipping something warm, and making a plan that actually fits your life. Let's start with the first sneaky habit that steals your spark: coasting through the morning with almost no protein. A lot of us get by on toast, cereal, fruit, or just coffee. It feels light and easy, but the problem is that your muscles, your true energy engines, need protein early in the day. After 60, we naturally lose muscle faster, and that can make everything feel harder. When you start your morning with 25 to 30 grams of protein, you're telling your body, hold on to this strength, keep me steady. You'll feel more stable, less hungry, and more clear-headed by mid-morning. So what does that actually look like on a plate? 2 eggs with a side of Greek yogurt and berries, or cottage cheese with sliced peaches and a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a warm bowl of oats stirred with milk and a scoop of protein powder, topped with walnuts. If you don't do dairy, scrambled tofu with spinach and tomatoes is fantastic, or a bowl of beans with avocado and a squeeze of lime. Keep it simple, keep it tasty, and make it yours. A tiny trick I love is to set out tomorrow's breakfast bowl or pan the night before. When you walk into the kitchen, the decision is already made, and your body gets the fuel it's craving. Give this 1 week, just 1 week of protein-forward breakfast, and you might be surprised by how much steadier your energy feels before lunch. Now, the second habit is one that creeps up on all of us: long stretches of sitting. It's not that sitting is evil, it's that stillness stacks up. You sit for breakfast, then sit to read, then sit to check emails, then sit to rest. And by afternoon, everything feels tight, and your back and hips start whispering. Movement is circulation. It keeps your blood flowing to your brain, your joints nourished, and your mood lifted. The fix? Tiny movement snacks. Not workouts, snacks. Little bits of motion sprinkled through your day that keep you switched on. You don't need to change clothes or block off an hour. Every time a commercial comes on, stand and do 5 slow chair squats. When you get a phone call, walk while you talk. Set a gentle reminder every 45 minutes to stand up, roll your shoulders, and take 10 steps in a loop around the room. Keep a light pair of dumbbells or 2 soup cans in a corner, and do 1 minute of curls and presses while the kettle boils. If balance is a concern, stand at the kitchen counter and practice gentle heel raises, up and down, while you hold on. If your knees complain, do seated marches and ankle circles. The point isn't to sweat, it's to wake the body up so it remembers, oh yes, we're alive, we move. People are often shocked by how much better they sleep, digest, and think when they add 2 or 3 minutes of motion every hour. That's the kind of habit that pays you back all day long. Let's move to the third habit, and this one is a heavyweight. Late night stimulation that steals your sleep. You might not think of yourself as a bad sleeper, but you might notice you drift to bed later than you planned. Scroll a little, watch 1 more episode, and then your mind won't turn off. Or you finally fall asleep, only to wake at 3 a.m., mind buzzing about the news or the family. Sleep is your body's master reset. Without it, your energy the next day is like a phone stuck on 20%, and everything takes more effort. You don't need perfection here, just a calm, repeatable wind down. Try the simple 3-2-1 rhythm. About 3 hours before bed, finish your heavier meals and any alcohol, so your body isn't digesting while you're trying to unwind. 2 hours before bed, switch to softer tasks. Lay out clothes for tomorrow. Tidy up. Set up that breakfast pan again. Maybe jot down your top 3 things for the next day so your brain doesn't keep rehearsing them. 1 hour before bed, dim the lights, turn off the screens, and do something that tells your nervous system it's safe to power down. A warm shower, a short stretch, or reading a light book can work wonders. If you like rituals, try making a cup of caffeine-free herbal tea and sitting quietly while you sip. If you tend to wake up at night thinking, keep a small notepad by the bed. When a thought pops up, write it down, close the notebook, and tell yourself, it's captured. I'll handle it in the morning. A quick note on screens. The bright light from phones and TVs is like daylight to your brain. If you must use a device in the evening, turn the brightness way down and use a warm filter. But try to make that last hour as screen-free as you can. And be kind to yourself. This is a habit to grow into, not a rule to punish yourself with. If you slip, that's okay. Just try again tomorrow. One more small tip. If you regularly wake up stiff or achy, place a rolled towel under your knees when you lie on your back, or between your knees if you sleep on your side. It eases the load on your hips and lower back, which can help you relax more deeply. You might be thinking, do little changes like these really matter? They do, because energy is a chain reaction. A protein-rich breakfast stabilizes your blood sugar, which steadies your mood. Gentle movement snacks keep your joints comfortable, which makes you more likely to do the next thing you care about. A soothing bedtime routine gives you the kind of sleep that lets your body repair and recharge. Stack these together and suddenly the day feels lighter, not because the world changed, but because your body got what it needed. If you're feeling stuck, choose the one that feels easiest to try today. Maybe it's cooking 2 eggs instead of grabbing a pastry. Maybe it's walking during a phone call. Maybe it's dimming the lights after dinner. Keep it simple and observable. You'll know it's working when mornings feel less foggy, afternoons don't crash as hard, and evenings feel calmer. And if you want an extra boost of confidence, track your wins. Put a small check mark on a calendar for each protein breakfast, each movement snack, each night you followed your win down. Those little check marks are proof you're changing, and change feels good. There's a quiet power in believing you can shape your day, even in small ways. You don't have to chase your 20s. You can aim for a steadier, clearer version of right now. That's what replacing aging habits is really about. Protecting your energy so you can use it on what matters, whether that's gardening without groaning, laughing with friends, or getting on the floor with the grandkids and getting back up at ease. Take a breath with me. Imagine tomorrow morning started with a breakfast that loves your muscles, a day dotted with little moments of movement, and a night that ends softly instead of abruptly. That picture isn't far away. It starts with one choice you made today, and then another. Let's keep going and build on this momentum, because there's more we can clean up together. Let's keep that momentum going, because once you start noticing little leaks in your energy, you begin to see them everywhere, and that's a good thing. It means you can patch them. One of the quietest leaks is simple dehydration. Most people don't feel thirsty as clearly as they used to, so they coast on coffee in the morning, maybe a cup of tea at lunch, and suddenly it's late afternoon and the head feels foggy. The skin feels tight, and the legs feel heavy. Water is like oil in a machine. Without enough, everything grinds. Your heart has to work harder, your joints feel creakier, and even your mood dulls. You don't need to float away on gallons to feel better. Start your day with a gentle glass of water before your coffee. Even just half a glass if that's all you can do. If plain water bores you, add a squeeze of lemon or orange, a slice of cucumber, or a few frozen berries to make it more inviting. Keep a glass or a bottle in the rooms where you spend time, by the reading chair, near the TV remote, at your desk, so it's in sight and in mind. Sip steadily rather than chugging a lot all at once. Your body absorbs it better, and you won't be running to the bathroom as much. Tea and coffee count toward hydration, but caffeine late in the day can bother your sleep. So try to keep the stronger stuff earlier and switch to herbal later. Water-rich foods help too. Oranges, melon, cucumbers, tomatoes, soups, and stews. If you tend to get up at night to use the bathroom more than you'd like, front-load your fluids earlier in the day and taper in the evening. And if you've been told to watch your fluids due to a heart or kidney condition, or you're on a diuretic, follow your provider's guidance and make any changes gently. A simple cue you can use is a color check. Pale straw usually means you're doing fine. Darker means take a friendly sip. Clearer head, softer skin, fewer afternoon headaches. Hydration is a quiet helper that often shows results within days. Another habit that drains fuel is the way we build meals after breakfast. It's easy to graze or default to something quick and carb-heavy at lunch. Crackers, a muffin, a bowl of noodles, because it feels convenient. The problem is that an hour later, your energy dips, and you find yourself reaching for sweet snacks to get through the afternoon. You don't have to count anything or eat perfectly. You just want your meals to steady you instead of spike you. Think of lunch and dinner as chances to anchor your energy. Picture a plate that's half color from vegetables or salad, a good palm-sized portion of protein, and a bit of healthy fat to keep you satisfied. That might be a big salad with grilled chicken or chickpeas, olive oil, and a handful of walnuts. It could be a bowl of lentil soup with a side of whole grain toast and a few slices of avocado. Maybe it's salmon with roasted vegetables and a scoop of quinoa. If you enjoy sandwiches, make them work for you. Use whole grain bread. Stack on turkey or tuna or hummus. Add a layer of crunchy veggies and pair it with a small side of fruit so you get sweetness without a spike. If afternoons are your weak spot, plan a smart snack that loves you back. An apple with a spoonful of peanut butter, a small bowl of Greek yogurt with cinnamon, a few slices of cheese with cherry tomatoes, or hummus with baby carrots are all simple choices that give you steady fuel. The difference between grabbing anything and having something ready is huge, so make the choice easy on your future self. Wash berries and portion nuts into little containers, cut up cucumbers, or keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. Another small trick is to slow your eating by just a minute or two. Put your fork down between bites or sip water mid-meal. Stopping it comfortable instead of stuffed keeps your body from wanting a nap. If you're managing blood sugar or taking medications that need food, keep your timing consistent and check in with your care team about changes. Steady patterns help your energy stay even. Food is fuel, but strength is the engine that uses it well. Here's a habit a lot of folks slide into without realizing. Relying only on walking or gentle chores for movement and skipping anything that challenges the muscles. Walking is wonderful, never stop. But the kind of strength your body needs after 60 comes from telling your muscles, hey, we still do this. Without that message, muscle quietly fades and daily tasks start to feel heavier. The reverse is also true. Send a clear signal twice a week, and your body answers with better posture, easier balance, and surprising lift in confidence. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. You need a few movements that use big muscle groups and a willingness to repeat them. Think of it like brushing your teeth for your body. Sit to stand from a chair, nice and slow, is a powerful leg and hip exercise. Wall push-ups wake up your chest and arms without bothering your wrists. A gentle row with a resistance band or a loop towel anchored in a door frame brings your upper back to life. Calf raises at the counter, up and down, prepare you for stairs and protect your ankles. If carrying groceries feels harder than it used to, practice a safe carry at home with 2 light bags or dumbbells, walking a short distance and setting them down before you get tired. Each of these can be done for a comfortable number of repetitions, say 8 to 10, resting as needed and repeated once or twice. If getting to the floor is tricky, keep everything standing or seated. If you're already active, add a little challenge by slowing the lowering phase, adding a rep, or using a slightly stronger band. Progress should feel doable, not punishing. Balance deserves its own moment. A stumble steals energy and confidence. Practicing balance gives both back. Stand at the kitchen counter. Touch it lightly with your fingertips and try lifting one heel so you're on your toes, then switch. When that feels good, try standing on one foot for 5 to 10 seconds, then the other, always with the counter there for safety. Another favorite is a heel-to-toe walk along a hallway. Like you're on a tightrope, eyes forward, hands skimming the wall. Just a couple of minutes adds up quickly. If you're uncertain about any movement, ask a trainer familiar with older adults or a physical therapist to look over your form. The goal isn't to grind. It's to remind your body it's strong and capable. One thing I hear often is, I don't want to spend my whole day exercising. Good, neither do I. Keep it small and consistent. Put 2 10 to 15 minute strength sessions in your week, like appointments with yourself. Maybe one on Monday morning and one on Thursday afternoon. Write them on a calendar like you would doctor visit, and make the setup easy. A chair, a wall, a band. If you're new to this, expect a bit of mild soreness as your body wakes up. It should fade within a day or 2. Sharp pain is a stop sign. Back off and adjust. If you have joint replacements, bone density concerns, or specific conditions, get a quick green light from your clinician and ask for modifications. You deserve to feel safe while you get stronger. When you put hydration, steady meals, and strength together, the day starts to cooperate. Your morning feels clear because you fed and watered yourself. Your afternoon doesn't crash because your lunch actually supported you. Your chores, your hobbies, your walks, they all feel more doable because your muscles are working with you, not against you. That sense of capability is energizing on its own. You don't need to be perfect to feel it. You just need to show up a little more for yourself than you did yesterday. Take a second to imagine the version of you a few weeks from now. You're pouring a glass of water without thinking about it. Lunch is bright and satisfying instead of sleepy. You stand up from the chair with less effort and move through your day with a bit more ease. It's not flashy, but it's real and it's yours. Let's keep building from here, one simple swap at a time, because the more you support your body, the more it returns the favor. There's one more quiet drain on energy that doesn't get talked about enough, and it lives between your ears and in your chest. It's the habit of carrying background stress all day while breathing just at the top of your lungs. You might not feel stress in the dramatic sense, but if your shoulders sit up near your ears, if your jaw is a little tight, if your breathing is shallow and quick, your body is running in low-grade alert mode. That mode is expensive. It burns through energy, tenses your muscles, and makes sleep lighter and choppier. The beautiful part is that you don't need a spa day to change this. 2-minute resets sprinkled to the day can flip the switch from fight or flight to rest and repair. And that's when your energy comes back. Try this with me right now. Sit comfortably, let your shoulders soften, and place one hand on your belly. Close your lips and breathe in through your nose for a slow count of 4, feeling your belly gently rise under your hand. Now breathe out through lightly pursed lips for a count of 6, like you're blowing out a candle in slow motion. Do that 5 times. It takes about a minute. You might notice your shoulders dropping, your jaw releasing, and a little more space in your chest. That longer exhale tells your nervous system, we're safe. We can power down. If you have COPD or asthma or breathing feels tricky, go very gently and follow the technique your clinician recommends. Pursed lip breathing is often helpful. If counting isn't your style, there are other tiny resets that work just as well. Humming softly while you tidy the kitchen vibrates the nerves that calm you. A slow, satisfying sigh loosens tension that collects in the ribs. Rolling your shoulders backward 10 times and letting your gaze look far into the distance relaxes the eye muscles that get stuck when we stare at screens. If you can step outside, even for 1 minute, the natural light and fresh air act like a reset button. Look at the sky, notice something green, and let your eyes take in the horizon. Morning light in particular wakes up your internal clock, so your energy peaks earlier and sleep arrives easier later. Think of these tiny practices as sips of recovery you take throughout the day. Worry has a way of popping up as soon as you try to rest. Instead of battling it, give it a parking spot. Keep a small notepad or a card on the counter. When a worry arrives, about a bill, a grandchild, an appointment, write it down and set a 5 or 10-minute worry window later in the afternoon. When the time comes, look at your list and ask, is there a small action I can take? Maybe it's putting a date on the calendar, making a quick phone call, or simply acknowledging there's nothing to do today. Most worries shrink when they're written and scheduled. The rest can be released for now. This isn't pretending everything is fine. It's choosing not to carry every bag all day long. Another subtle energy thief is the steady drip of news and notifications. Stay informed matters, but being inundated exhausts the mind. Give yourself a kinder rhythm. Choose 1 or 2 times a day to check the news, and when you're done, close it. If you like to scroll, set a gentle timer for 10 minutes. Then switch to something that fills you up. A chapter of a good book, a favorite song, a call with a friend who makes you laugh. You'll notice the difference in your mood, and mood is fuel. Posture plays into this. 2. When we round forward, we compress the lungs and breathe shallowly. Try this quick posture lift. Stand with your feet under your hips. Imagine a string lengthen the back of your head toward the ceiling, and gently broaden your collarbones like you're setting a light scarf across them. No military stiffness, just easy length. Take a breath there and see how much more air you can take in. Better oxygen is better energy. You might be wondering how to fit these resets into a day that already feels full. You don't add time. You add intention to moments that already exist. While the kettle warms, do 3 rounds of slow exhale breathing. After using the restroom, roll your shoulders and look out a window for 20 seconds. Before you eat, place your feet flat on the floor and take 1 slow belly breath to tell your body it's safe to digest. When you park the car, sit for 30 seconds with your hands on your legs and breathe. These micro practices don't delay your life. They make your life feel lighter as you live it. Here's the bigger picture coming together. You start your day with food that supports your muscles and your mind. You let your body move in little bursts so it stays awake and comfortable. You honor your evenings with gentler light and a wind down that invites sleep to arrive and stay. You drink enough water that your cells can do their jobs without begging. You build meals that keep your blood sugar steady, so your energy doesn't seesaw. You remind your muscles they're still invited to the party. 2 short sessions a week. And you give your nervous system tiny rest stops so it's not running hot all day. Each one is small on its own. Together, they're a new way of living in your body, one that returns energy instead of spending it before noon. You don't have to pick all of them at once. Choose one change that feels like a friendly place to start and make it easy to win. Lay out the pan for a protein breakfast. Put a glass by the chair you sit in most. Put a resistance band where you can see it. Place a sticky note that says, "Exhale" on the TV remote. When it gets easy, add another. The goal is momentum, not perfection. If you miss a day, you're not starting over. You're continuing, the way you would with any lifelong habit that matters. It's normal to have days when energy is lower, no matter what you do. On those days, be gentle. Shrink the goal, but keep the thread. Maybe it's half a walk instead of the full loop. Maybe it's eggs for dinner because lunch got away from you. Maybe it's 2 minutes of breathing in bed when the world feels loud. Consistency over time beats intensity every time, especially after 60. Your body is listening. It responds to kindness and routine. I'd love to hear from you. Which habit are you excited to swap first? Have you tried one of these changes already and noticed a difference? Tell me in the comments what's working in your real life. Your ideas often help someone else who reads them. If this conversation lifted you up or gave you a plan you can actually use, tap that like button so more people can find it, and subscribe for more simple, encouraging guidance you can put into practice right away. This community is about living well with the body you have today, not chasing a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. Take a breath and picture the days ahead feeling more yours. Stronger legs under you, clearer mornings, steadier afternoons, calmer nights. That's not a fantasy. It's the natural result of small, loving choices made again and again. You've earned the right to feel good in your own skin. Here's to more energy, more ease, and more moments you don't want to miss at any age.